Whether you like it or not, expect to see more of her this week. Hello, my friend. Perez Hilton here, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and tomorrow, the second season of Gypsy Rose Blanchard's TV show on Lifetime premieres. Yes, from convicted mother schmurderer to reality TV star, America. And while promoting the upcoming season, she's revealed some very interesting things, as well as revealed a new look. We'll get to what she says, but let's look at how she looks first. This was Gypsy recently. Long, dark, then last year went blonde. Blondes have more fun. But now, she's back to brunette, and look at that. Okay. And look at that. Am I the only one thinking it? Are you thinking it as well? 3, 2. Yep. The only thing that Gypsy's missing is the little spiky bit up here. Hey, whatever. It makes her happy. Good for her. She says, new year, new mom, new haircut, new me. She explains, I felt that going into prison, growing my hair out, that was me evolving into my own back then. But coming out of prison was another evolving moment for me. So I think that right now I'm very comfortable in the way I look, and I'm proud and I have confidence now. And she's a mom now and a soon-to-be ex-wife. That's right, she's still legally married to her husband, Ryan. She says, believe it or not, we are just finishing up some of the legal proceedings for the paternity aspect of that divorce. Everything's going through our lawyers because we're still trying to navigate that sort of legal route of how do we fully close this chapter of our life. And while Gypsy shared that the former couple have spoken directly recently, they have since been exclusively communicating via their legal teams. Quote, he's healing, and as for her, we have a new child to raise, Gypsy says of her and baby daddy Ken Urker. That's where our life is right now. And she's trying to be a very protective mother. Gypsy and her baby daddy have made the choice not to show their child's face on social media. She explains, we have a child to protect and are trying to navigate our choices of parenthood on top of the stress of the public eye. For example, for the first few weeks after she was born, at the end of December, the public was trying to get a photo of her by any means. We are not posting her face on social media. We said that a long time ago. And in a surprising revelation, Gypsy's baby daddy, Ken, blames Dr. Phil for a hiccup in their relationship. Remember, Ken started dating Gypsy while she was still locked up. He proposed to her in October of 2018, and then they called off their engagement before reuniting in August of 2019. They then broke up again for a few years before getting back together while she was still with her husband, Ryan. In Life After Lockup, her Lifetime show, Gypsy Rose explains that she was blindsided by her and Ken's split, which in a new interview, I like sometimes keeping in my bloopers, which in a new interview, I want to say Urkel, you know, like Jaleel White in Family Matters, but it's Urker. Which in a new interview, Urker reveals that his decision to call it quits with her was shaped more by the voices around him than those in his own head. Well, I think one of the biggest things was outside opinion and influence, Ken says. I had listened to a podcast from Dr. Phil, and I had a lot of people in my ear just telling me that the best thing I can do for her is to give her some time to build a self-identity that she's never been able to build before, and even while she's in prison. And I felt that at the time, all those opinions, especially Dr. Phil's, I felt like that was the right choice to make at the time for both of us. So we went off in separate directions, but fate allowed us to meet back up again. He made sure to emphasize that Dr. Phil's podcast influenced him more than the other opinions. Dong, dong, dong. Dr. Phil, quote, was one of the biggest outside, opinions that shaped the way of our relationship at the time. But life worked out for them and they reconnected. Of that first time that they were back together after she called it quits with her husband, Ryan, Ken says, the very first weekend of April 2024 is when I came to visit her for the first time after she had gotten out. We spent that weekend together and had an incredible time. After that first weekend together, things snowballed when the couple, oh wow, I didn't know this. Oh wow. Who now lives in Missouri with their daughter, met up a month later to attend a jazz festival. She had been living in Louisiana near her father and family. After getting together and going to the jazz festival, Ken says, then shortly after that, we realized we were going to have a baby. Okay. Wow. Things happened real quick. And Urker's previous worries about Gypsy Rose having time to build a self-identity have since dissipated. It has been amazing, he says, to see how she's blossomed into an incredible person since her release from prison. I couldn't be more proud to have her as the mother of our child and as a partner in life. And I think that even after all the things that she's gone through, that was one of the things that I loved about her from the beginning. I couldn't be happier to have her at my side in this life. And their life right now is focused on their daughter. Their daughter is named Aurora. And Gypsy shares that she was a bit relieved to have a girl rather than a boy. She says, I think despite my relationship with my mom, I think there is something special about a mother and daughter's relationship that I am so blessed to be able to live through with her because I didn't have that with my own mom. It's nice that I can just step into that role of a mother and see how it's supposed to be. And even though she is newly living in Missouri, perhaps this time will be different because she had previously lived in Missouri with her mother. So, thoughts on all that we've discussed in this video, and will you be watching the second season of Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup on Lifetime? Let me know in the comment section. I appreciate you.